Good morning everyone. Today we'll be analysing Module B in accordance with Among School Children, Wild Swans Are Cool and The Second Coming. What we've decided to do as a group is obviously divide it into 3 poems and adapt the whole rubric to each poem in that case. And it's just a copy of the rubric. We'll be constantly referring to it throughout each slide, referring to specific terms from the rubric.
Okay, so the first poem we will be analysing is Among School Children, and I will be looking at the key aspect of the rubric, which was the poem's language, content and construction. Okay. Yeats' poem was written after he visited a convent school in 1926 and is richly infused with symbolism and imagery evident within the quote, "a Lydian body," which effectively conveys the universal aspect of human morality. Human mortality. The construction of the text through 8 lines and 8 stanzas reflect the human desire for order and control, and juxtaposes with the content of the poem, which explore how little control individuals have over how they age into old clothes upon old sticks to scare a bird.
So just continuing off what Anna's just said, in Among School Children, Yeats explores the universal timeless aspects of the human condition and the ontological meditation and sagacity regarding mortality and human progression made through intertextuality that exists within his poetry. Yeats explores this understanding of human existence, mortality and human progression, and when he parallels the children and leader. The poet employs the use of allegory in "I dream of a Lydian body, bent above a sinking fire," to embellish the idea of gradual loss of innocence, and this idea is further supported when through the employ of line 11 to illustrate a deviation from a 5 line feet to a 6 line feet. In addition, this idea of gradual loss of innocence is further emphasized and supported by American literary critic Helen Ventler, on which she proposes the idea that the success of the mind does not compensate for the failure of the body. This statement goes somewhere towards confirming the undeniable ideas that cannot provide the solution to the binary opposition made between immortality and mortality that is within society and Yeats' work.
So now we'll be looking at Wild Swans Are Cool. If you just look at the photo firstly, just imagine your position in Yeats' position. It kind of looks like you're watching at a lake. You see a reflective type of scenario, and that's what Yeats is trying to express in his poem "The Wild Swans Are Cool," where he examines the burdens of aging in order to reflect upon his loneliness and loss of creativity. And now we address the evaluation of the poem's language, and the key aspect of this is under the October twilight, the water mirrors a steel sky. Now October, I think over there is autumn, and autumn is a time of deterioration. Obviously it is kind of reflective of Yeats's position in life, and it kind of reflects on the burdens of aging. And in this you can see a repetition, the alliteration of steel sky. And this alliteration obviously is through repetition of the consonants of the first letters of each word. And you can kind of link that to Yeats's repetitive rejection from Morgan and her daughter as well. So you can kind of make that link there. And obviously the nature of his rejection and ostracism. And there's also a constant repetition of still throughout the poem. It reflects the constancy of the swans, which I'll further reflect in the next word, and how his aging and mortality has obviously affected him as a person. He hasn't been successful in unrequited love and all those aspects. Next week. Next week, critically consider these in the light of the perspectives of others. Now, Kermode is a literary individual, obviously, and he states that Yeats created his art through suffering and isolation. Now, the thing is, when we reference literary critics, we have to kind of interweave them with our points, and not just state what the critic says, just to, in a way, support the argument. So what I kind of did here was, through suffering, I linked to obviously what suffering Yeats experienced, and a quote of this is "My heart is sore," experienced through his unrequited love, and the isolation in the 9 and 50 swans. Now the technique used in 9 and 50 swans is a mathematical illusion, and obviously there's 59 swans, meaning that there's 1 remaining, and obviously that one could obviously represent his loneliness, and that's about it.
Okay, so the second coming. Within the second coming, aspects that must be considered include the language, content, and construction of the poem. So these include the turning and turning of the widening guise, which refer to the central motive of the guise. The guise stand as a symbol reflecting Yeats' strong passion for the mystic and the changing nature of the world order. The falcon, cannot hear the falconer, mimics the circular motion of the guise and visualizes the loss of control, order, and structure. Further, the use of high modality in surely some revelation is at hand, surely the second coming is at hand, emphasizes the heightened emotion and stress Yeats alludes to. Yeats also makes a biblical reference through the second coming, demonstrating the involvement of religion in the chaos and Armageddon of the world. Lastly, Yeats refers to the 20 centuries of stony sleep, reflecting the occultic belief in which a new world emerges every 2,000 years. And added on a perspective, Helen Vedler proposes that the second coming contains vivid imagery of natural order coming apart, reflecting the violence, destruction, and chaos Yeats depicts within his poem. Thank you.